Previously on the Mimics Veil, we came up with a shortlist of the coolest games of the decade so far. And today, we rank those games, coming up with the definitive top 10 coolest games of the decade, starting with Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Must start with Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Agreed. Mm-hmm. Well, not agreed that we must start with it, but I agree that it needs to be in the top 10.
We do. Is it just a way to shoehorn the music in for the intro? We'll never know.
Yeah, that's a good reason. That's a good enough reason, I think. Yes.
Any excuse. But no,
It's
it
good
was
enough
one.
Music.
It was the one. There weren't that many that we all agreed on last week that should be considered as game of the decade. But this was one that all three of us.
Yes.
I think, Lewis, when you suggested it, you were like, "Ooh, I think I'm
I
gonna get
didn't think
shot down."
Yeah,
this.
I thought it was going to get shot down.
Did you think you were going to get shot down because it didn't release this decade, or what?
No, I just didn't. I just thought that you guys would be like, no, there's other stuff that deserves to be there more than that.
That is a good impression of Alex.
I just think that myself.
Yeah, but no, I think we all had it on. I think it's in my top 10 games of all time. In fact, so it's
I might have had it in mine as well. I need to check that. I think it might have been there.
So yeah, I think it's.
Or did I put Blind Forest in there just because it was had more meaning? But yeah.
See, I would argue. Yeah, Blind Forest got me emotionally straight away, and I was like, "Well, yeah, this is going to be special," and was like an insta buy after playing the demo, I think. But Will of the Wisps just is better in every conceivable way.
Yeah. You seen you played the demo on the Xbox, bought it on the Switch. That was one of those games, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we've all. Well, Alex probably hasn't, but I'm sure you and I have done this loads. Played a bit on Game Pass and then gone, I'm going to get this on a real console. Yeah. But there's one bit in Will of the Wisps that I still think about and still haunts me in my dreams.
Yes.
And it was really powerful. I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but there's a bit, let's say the antagonists, if you can remember, like the main antagonist. Yeah.
Big bird thing.
You learn a bit about their backstory and their and there's just this one scene where that bird thing goes back to kind of where it grew up, I guess. Yeah. And that was like, I'm struggling to even think about it now because it's just like, oh my God. Like in terms of like a 2D animated thing to pull on the heartstrings like that without any real text or speech or anything like that. It's clever shit.
Yeah. It's one of those games that has that story. It's in the gameplay. Talk about buttery smooth. The way that Ori jumps about the place, it's great.
Zippy.
Or Ori.
Oh, not Zippy in the Will of the Wisps. No. That'd be great.
That's Rainbow.
Yes, which was great in its own right. Top 10 80s children's shows.
Top 10 80s banned children's shows.
Get your hand out of there.
So we agreed. That's somewhere on the top 10, right?
Yes.
And that is... It's got to be towards the top end of that top 10. Let's say. Just we'll see.
I mean, it can go at number one just now because it's the first one on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's put it at number one. Who is going to take charge of typing these into the show notes while we go?
Would you like me to do that, Ben?
Lewis is staring blankly, waiting for Alex to volunteer.
Yeah.
Excellent. The Lewis eyes.
Don't look at me.
Gets me every time.
So that's one lock. There was a couple more that we all agreed on.
Yes.
I mean, Elden Ring.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's got to be there. We don't even have to say anything about it. It's like, it's got to be there. The only thing I think the only caveat is, did you actually enjoy it, Alex? Did you enjoy it or did you endure it?
Oh no, I did enjoy it. Like, I still don't think I've ever had as much enjoyment from that moment that I beat the fire giant ever. Like, I mean, for all that fire giant infuriated me for about a week. I mean, that sheer like
Triumph.
exhilaration and the triumph of finally beating it, like jumping out of my chair and like squealing to the point that my husband came up and said, "What the fuck's going on up here?" I'm like, I beat the fucking fire giant. Like, because it like haunted me for a week. But I did enjoy it, and I mean, it was the whole experience, because I just remember, I vividly remember that point where I was sitting, I'm like, I'm just not getting this, and you screen shared with me, showing like, you go and do this wee bit, and then you go and do that, and like that was all I needed, just a little kind of point in the right direction, and then once it kind of all kind of clicked into place, and then hundreds and odd hours later, and yeah.
I definitely think it's enjoy and endure, because like you, Alex, the fire giant was what I really struggled with. I think I've said before, it was about 10 hours of just bashing my head against the wall trying to beat the thing. And I think the attempt before I beat it, I remember looking down and I had my mimics tier sort of fighting it, and I was watching going, oh right, that's what it's doing. Then I think the next time I went back in and I managed to beat the thing. I was like, yes, take that, idiot. Just discount the 100 attempts before trying to fucking beat the thing. It's great.
And you just reminded me that it gave us the name of this podcast as well.
It did.
That game. So without Elden Ring, there would be no The Mimic's Veil.
There wouldn't be.
Or we'd have an even worse name.
Yeah. In retrospect, our logo shouldn't be a swirl. It should be like
A finger.
a barrel or like a twig.
A bush. Yeah.
A bush. A finger in a bush.
Episode title. Great work, Alex. Yeah. So that is a lock. And then the third one, which I think we all agreed on, if memory serves, was Before Your Eyes. Did we all agree on that?
Interesting.
I still don't know if I put it in a top 10.
No.
Because I've gone through and I've done what I would rank them. It does not feature in the top.
Okay. Well, let's put that in the maybe pile then for now. But we've got
Can
two.
I throw one that I think does need to be in the top 10 though?
No.
Okay, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think Citizen Sleeper needs to be in the top 10.
Lewis.
Much like Before Your Eyes.
It's not on it. It's not on the list.
So like, I'm not entirely sure with the upper numbers of my top 10.
Well, let's do this. In fact, Alex, read the list, the whole 20, because we ended up with 20, a short list of 20 last week.
Just as in no particular order.
Yeah.
We have Metaphor Refantasio, Balatro, Vampire Survivors, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Before Your Eyes, Elden Ring, Tears of the Kingdom, Astrobot, Forza Horizon 5, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Cyberpunk 2077, Inscription, Returnal, Hades, Metroid Dread, Starfield, Animal Crossing New Horizons, The Last of Us Part 2, Citizen Sleeper, and Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I think we should just score out straight away.
Oh, slow your horses. Are there any there that we think we should just get rid of?
Metroid
Dread. I would agree with that.
Fine.
Yeah?
Mm.
Did
Because
you
I know that I'm gonna
you're gonna fight
I know
for
that
some
there's
more.
ones I've not thought of that you guys are gonna want there. I'm happy to get rid of Metroid Dread.
Okay, so get rid of Metroid Dread. I petition to get rid of Animal Crossing.
No chance.
What? best games
Yeah, just think
coolest games. It's not. It's
Yeah.
yeah. I get the cultural relevance that it had in 2020,
yeah.
but that does not make us a good game. Among Us had cultural relevance in 2020. Fall Guys had cultural relevance. Like,
But they came out before 2020, so it doesn't matter.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't say they're the best games, would you? You'd say, yeah, they had a moment. They captured the zeitgeist of
Sold
that
30
time.
million copies.
Yeah, but like,
Right, just leave it in the maybe list for now, right? Don't
Okay.
screw it.
okay, but I don't.
It was a very impassioned speech. Yeah. But,
Thanks.
what other games can you go and, pick up a rock and a little bug scurries away and you have to go and catch it? What if you go up and knock on a tree and a spider comes down, you get a little fright?
Yeah, great.
There's
mean, it's-
very few
Dig
games
out
that manage
Dig
that.
a hole.
I tell you what though,
Too
if
many
we're
games.
approaching this one way, if we're ranking them, I don't think it comes in. If we're making a top 10 list with a game that covers different types of genres and things like that, I think maybe it's got a chance. But okay, maybe pile for that. Alex, any you think that don't or do belong on the list?
I mean, I think I'm going to lose a battle with Starfield.
Yes.
Like, for me, it would be on the list, but I know you two are not going to. It'd be on my list, but I can see the argument why it wouldn't be. It's definitely personal preference, that one.
Yeah, we have to pick our battles at this stage, don't we?
Yeah. And I'd rather win the other battle.
I think I know what that one is.
Well, the other two battles, to be fair.
Lewis, any for you that are definitely off or on the list?
Let me have a look here. Yes. I'm torn between two, to be honest. I don't think Final Fantasy VII Remake belongs on this list.
I don't think you belong on this podcast.
That's a very fair point. What have you played this week, Lewis? Mind your own fucking business.
I'll ask the questions around here.
And give you an and.
Is
Or
it okay?
and or. Either or neither.
Great.
Astrobot.
I would agree with both of those. I'll concede Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I will.
Are we really willing to score out Astrobot at this point in time? So early? I mean,
just
I
use the
do
one.
get your point of where we talked last week around how we'll look back and think, did we just get a bit overexcited by that? But it was a very, very good game.
Yeah. I mean, if we're keeping Animal Crossing on the maybe pile, I think we should keep Astrobot on the maybe pile because I'd put Astrobot way above Animal Crossing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So why don't we take out Remake?
Yep.
Yeah, I've already done it,
Fine.
to be fair.
I mean, let's face it was done last week. I'm still really enjoying it. Yeah. But, okay.
So that
Take that out.
So that's 3 gone, so 17 left and 2 on the list.
Okay. Is there any more that I would take out? I would take out. I'd take out Forza Horizon 5.
No. No.
I
No.
think.
I'll take you out, pal.
I think it's really good, but I don't think, and I'm sort of predicting the next 5 years as well. I don't think that by the end of this decade, that will be anywhere near a top 10 list. And I don't
Might be
think
on
it
mine.
might be on yours, but over like a best games of the decade. I don't know.
If you're taking out Forza
really
Horizon
good.
5, I'm taking out Inscription.
You just took out Final Fantasy 7.
Don't care.
I'm taking you all down with me. Okay, put it on maybe. I'd put it on a maybe. I had that. So I haven't ranked mine like Lewis has, but I've basically put an up arrow or a down arrow or a dash for in the middle. Forza Horizon 5 has got a down arrow for me. So it would have been somewhere towards the bottom of that 20.
Disgusting.
Lewis,
was going to lose that battle. But...
what way are you leaning with Forza Horizon 5, Lewis? Is it on your top 10 list?
No, it's not. But it's a
top 10 maps.
Yeah, get rid of the map. It'll have a better map. But yeah, I wouldn't take it out altogether.
But it's not on your top 10 list. It's not on my top 10 list.
No.
Okay. So maybe.
The next one I'm not conceding on. So
What's that?
Yakuza Like a Dragon is going on that list.
So easy just to score through, though.
The pen just really glides. So nice.
It does not glide.
Again, great game. Had it towards the bottom of my list, but I do agree it's really good. Right, I tell you what. Let's put that as a maybe as well. And what about some other ones we strongly agree on? Balatro.
Yeah, that goes
Definitely in.
Definitely in the top 10.
Yeah.
Easy. We don't have to say.
Easy. Yep.
We don't have to talk any more about it. We've talked about it enough. You could go back and pick any random episode from the last 6 months. Chances are we'll be talking about Balatro. So that's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Vampire Survivors?
That probably should be on there as well.
Yeah.
But I would say just on there. Yeah. Yeah. So that's close to a maybe for me, I would say. Okay, so
I don't think Cyberpunk makes this list, does it?
I don't think so.
No. All right, let's score out Cyberpunk.
Or Hades.
Fuck off.
He's on the list.
No. That is that's the one that I've.
That's the one that I'd throw in the fire first.
Oh, how fitting thematically. I would dig my heels in for that. There's not any other game on here that I would dig
You
my heels
do
in for.
wear quite big stilettos.
I do, and I will dig them in.
To your eyes.
So yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Right, it can stay in the maybe pile then.
Okay.
It's at the bottom of the maybe pile.
Bastards.
I mean, I would put a line through Tears of the Kingdom, but purely because I haven't played it.
It's a definite for me. But
I wouldn't put a line through it, but I'm not going to go to bat for it either. I think that is. I'd only put it in because Breath of the Wild was so good. And
put it in the maybe pile then.
Yeah, maybe for that. We're going to end up with. These are the 15 maybe best games.
Well, I think we should just do a top 5.
Well, we've nearly got that. We've got 4 already, haven't we? Which is pretty good. Did we put Before Your Eyes as a maybe then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another definite for me.
Yep.
The Last of Us Part 2.
I can see that.
For the reasons that I said last week in the challenge that it presents to the player. People don't like it. But, tough fucking luck.
You're playing it. You don't have to like it. Yeah, I'm almost willing to trust you on that and the general consensus on that, as I'm sure you're willing to do with Hades. So fine.
You're incorrect. Well,
The difference is we've all played Hades, and only
Yeah.
2 of us don't want it on the list.
So yeah, okay. Let's tentatively put that in the top 10. Let's come back to Citizen Sleeper, Alex. 'Cause I think that's a tricky one.
I think it should be on the list. If it defines, it's like the definition of cool game, cool indie game, cool music, cool story, cool art style, cool story behind it. Everything about it screams it should be on this list.
When you put it like that, I'm inclined to agree.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's put it on the list.
Even though Citizen Sleeper 2 is better, I still think the first one makes a stronger argument for the list.
And your first is always special, isn't it?
Yeah. You always remember your first.
Exactly. There's a Patreon pod topic. Returnal.
That's a definite for me.
Yeah, me too.
And I wouldn't say no to Returnal because I loved it, even though I hated it.
Another endure kind of game.
What about Inscription?
I would
Definite
say
for
no.
me.
Me as well.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
If Returnal and Inscription end up booting out like a dragon, that would be hilarious.
There's no way. No.
There's definitely going to be some give and take in this, I think.
There's going to be some blood. All right, so I'm willing to give up Metaphor.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite surprised at that because I thought that would be the one that you would dig your heels in to have on the list. And in general consensus around like the whole industry, for want of a better term, for that game.
Could it be one that when we do the full 10 years that would be added?
I think you guys, at least one of you needs to play it as well. Like, I think
It's
it
on
would
my
be...
list.
Okay.
Not on my list of games on my list.
Well, no, obviously. That would be very trusting of you. Well, if Ben says it's the top game of all... Yeah.
That's that.
But no, I think for the sake of... It's quite recent. And also, I think it needs more time to sit and gestate. And for more of us to play it, possibly. If I was doing my personal one, it would be in my top 10. But
Where about?
probably around about the 7 or 8, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
No.
If it was any higher up, I'd probably say we should maybe add it in then.
Yeah.
But 7 right,
Really?
yeah, that's fine to be.
Lines through it. It's gone.
Lines
it's
through
dead.
it. Let's do it. Decisions need to be made. Okay, so we've got Balatro, we've got Vampire Survivors, we've got Elden Ring, Ori, Inscription, Returnal, The Last of Us Part 2, and Citizen Sleeper. How many is that?
8.
8.
Okay.
2 from the maybe pile.
Yeah, so let's look at those maybes.
So what? Now we know we need 2. Which ones are definitely being left in the maybe pile?
Animal
I
Crossing.
think you'll. I think before your eyes.
Yeah. I think
Really?
so.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this just because it made you cry, Ben?
That is true.
Crocodile tears.
But we said it's funny the 3 that we agreed on, and that was one of them. I hasten to remind you both.
Yeah.
We all had some kind of like emotional thing with it. Wasn't just this is a cool game. It was like it all.
Right. Okay. Right. Like, let's not put a line through it yet. Then.
Yeah, I think don't put a line. Have we put a line through Animal Crossing New Horizons?
No. Should we?
We should.
Should we? Let's put Animal Crossing up
I mean,
against...
it's not cool. Would you be happy if you were on the train and someone seen you playing that?
No.
I'm fine. I'm happy. But yeah, you wouldn't want someone to see you playing Animal Crossing New Horizons.
No.
But you'd quite happy someone see you play Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Absolutely.
Catherine
Yeah.
Full Body. Oh, look at this.
I've never played that. Yeah. I can't. We can't put Animal Crossing on there. It's got to have a line through it.
Fine.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. The line is going through it.
Nice.
So that leaves...
Hades.
So let's just... Yep. Continue that line up and just go straight through Hades.
Nope.
Yeah.
I think it would be criminal to not have Hades on there.
Well...
Well, you better phone the bolus then.
All right, there might be some negotiating here. I love the way we've just let Lewis get The Last of Us Part 2 on there with no real pushback. And here's me and you fighting for Like a Dragon and Hades. How does that work?
Well, what?
I
Like,
mean,
so
there's two
what the ones
places
that-
left, so if we just put like Dragon and Hades on there, and then we're all got one that we're happy with, and fuck the rest of them.
Right.
But that means
the maybe
ditching-
pile is
Yeah, go
Like
on.
a Dragon, Before
Yep.
Your Eyes, Tears of the Kingdom, Astrobot, Forza Horizon 5,
But that's
Hades.
already got a line through it in my pile. I gave
What is?
Forza Horizon 5.
Okay.
Is it? Okay.
That makes it easy.
Yeah.
I think Before Your Eyes gets scored.
Okay. Fine. I think you're wrong.
I think it's number 11.
Let's just do
Can't
20.
be wrong. It's my opinion.
Okay, so that leaves Like a Dragon, Astrobot. Let's put a line through Astrobot.
Yep.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alex?
Reluctantly, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get your argument. I get the arguments from last week. So
Okay, so that leaves us with Like a Dragon, Tears of the Kingdom, and Hades.
It's Like a Dragon goes on the list. And it's a toss-up between Tears of the Kingdom and Hades.
I'm happy. I'm fine with that.
To not have Tears of the Kingdom.
No, to put Like a Dragon on. And it be between Tears of the Kingdom and Hades.
Okay, let's do that. Let's put Like a Dragon on.
Do you know what would you rather?
Well, I would put Hades and Tears of the Kingdom on.
Oh, would you?
Out of them three, sorry.
Adam, no. But I mean, who's the coolest character in gaming?
True. Link.
Fuck.
It sounded like you were doing a Shaft. But there, who's the coolest character?
Shit.
Max. Call back.
Yeah, call back.
All right, so we've got a 10th spot up for grabs. Hades versus Tears of the Kingdom. That's it.
So is there anything else that you think now that's on, that was definitely put on the list straight off the bat, that shouldn't be there?
I would say...
I would say just the one that's on the sugariest peg is Inscription.
Really? No, I would say Citizen Sleeper or Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, no chance. No chance.
I mean, I'm Lewis, and I'd say Inscription is your...
Really?
But that would be to get...
I don't like it.
No.
I loved it. It was great.
Well, I loved it. Two loves cancel out a dislike.
Does it?
Yeah. Whereas you loved Like a Dragon, I really liked Like a Dragon, and Lewis,
Hasn't played like
no,
Indifferent.
you just think of the man in the bin.
that.
Yep. And
And he knows
also,
who he is. I wouldn't know
True.
anything.
I don't know his
I've never
name.
Played it.
What's his name again?
Ishiban
That's the one. Hades, Ben, you'll love it. Alex and I fucking hate it.
But you are
But
wrong.
nothing.
So if it came down to...
That's a question for you then. What would you rather have, Hades or Inscription?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. Would I rather have Hades or The Last of Us Part 2?
That's not a question.
No, the answer to
That's not the
that. That is
question that's
not
been
the
asked.
question.
They've both got to be on there. I cannot.
They don't.
I cannot compromise. I have compromised many things. I've compromised
So have I.
without pushback. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Exactly. I think you
I
deliberately wanted that on the
volunteered
list.
metaphor.
You've done it deliberately.
What, some sort of tactic?
I'll try and curry some favour from when Hades comes into the conversation. That's exactly what you've done.
I mean, I feel like we've all given and taken here, and the only one that I've taken is Yakuza Like a Dragon, so I'm not...
Yeah. We have decimated the rest of Alex's games here.
Yeah. But that's the only one he really cares about. I'm happy to have that on the list. I think Hades should be high up that list, locked in.
Do you really?
Yeah, and I think
Interesting.
games like
Opinions are
Citizen,
interesting, aren't they?
I think games like Citizen Sleeper, I'd even put Vampire Survivors like towards the back end of that.
What about Returnal?
I'd still put Returnal above it,
Above...
above Hades. Yeah.
What about Elden Ring?
So Elden Ring's locked, Ori's locked, Balattro's locked. I think the others are all up for debate still.
I mean, for me, Citizen Sleeper, for all the arguments I made earlier and that he agreed with, needs to stay.
Okay.
And
Yep.
I'm not that fussed about the other ones except Yakuza Like a Dragon.
How many do we have in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, if it makes it easier, rather than picking between Tears of the Kingdom and Hades, we'll just put Forza Horizon 5 on the last spot.
That's not easier.
There's already a big filthy line through it. I can't.
There's no way to erase it.
You can undo.
No, takes too long. So I tell you what, Alex, just type in Hades and let's just see how it looks.
It'll look crap.
It
Tell
looks
you
like
right now.
shit, yeah.
That looks good there. That looks
Doesn't
good.
it? Shadies.
So we can't say Hades or Tears of the Kingdom.
Why?
Surely. So Tears of the Kingdom is similar to Like a Dragon because
Yeah.
Lewis really passionately loves it. I like it. Alex hasn't played it.
Now say Hades. Say the Hades version of that.
Let's say the Last of Us Part 2 version of that. It's the same
Well.
thing.
Hades is the same old crap like Bastion and whatever the other shite that they folk put out. Ben, you love it. Again, Alex and I don't like it.
No.
Go on, Alex.
And then, I mean, and I would then say the same with Inscription.
Okay, so getting back to your original question. If I had to choose between Hades and Inscription...
So let's just like...
What's he doing?
Yeah, just keep that there.
So you've put Tears of the Kingdom in place of Inscription.
Yeah. I mean, Hades doesn't get any higher than that number 10, by the way. If it's on the list, it's on the list.
Right, Lewis,
Yeah.
I realise we're not seeing eye to eye on everything here. would you put Inscription on instead of Citizen Sleeper?
Yes.
So would I.
Well, I'm not taking it off, and I'm going to go the list. So.
But you've got Like a Dragon on there
Yeah.
as a locked-in Alex game, and I'm willing to back you up on that to an extent. And Citizen Sleeper I loved as well, but I feel more strongly that Inscription is a better game than Citizen Sleeper.
That's a good way to look at it. What Alex games are on there? What Ben games are on there? What Lewis games are on there?
Okay.
And then
Well,
the rest are like all three of us agree.
Yeah. So I think we all agree on Elden Ring, Ori, Balatro, Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it's the rest.
It's the rest.
It's 5, the other 6 that are.
So of them, Last of Us Part 2, Lewis, Citizen Sleeper, Alex, Returnal, me and Lewis, Tears of the Kingdom, Lewis, Like a Dragon, Alex, and then my one, Hades.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, I got 2 there, and there's 6, and you get 2 each. So you're not taking either of my 2 off, and you 2 can sort the other 4 out between you. I think that's fair. I mean, I think Returnal's the one that you need to decide on. Whose game is that?
Or Vampire Survivors.
Yeah. I guess
We have a whole section of the podcast based on that game.
Do you know what? I think you're right, Lewis. I'd be happier taking Vampire Survivors out and putting
And
Inscription and put Inscription in.
Just want to see Alex's live reaction here.
Bullshit.
We need to make this a video podcast. This is half of this communication has been non-verbal. Yeah, I'd take it out. Like, it's a great game, but I do think Inscription is a better game.
Let's just take Last of Us Part 2 out.
No. That's staying. But like, I think about it, right? I played Inscription once and absolutely loved it. First playthrough, amazing. I have played Vampire Survivors for a stupidly long time.
But if we've got Balatro, that's already our crack game.
Should we only have one then?
Very different, though.
Tell you what,
I'd be
let's do
tempted to take
11.
it.
Top 11, and then we'll rank them. We'll rank
that's
them,
rubbish.
and then we say, oh, number 11, sorry, you're not in the list.
That's fine, because Hades is going to be number 11.
I think we only have one crack game,
Yeah.
and I'd be tempted to get rid of Balatro.
On not Vampire Survivors. Well, if we've... Okay, so what's better, Balatro or Inscription? Similar games.
Balatro.
I prefer Inscription. Do you know why? There's no maths in Inscription.
Yeah. And there's kind of a story, there's progression. Yeah, I think it's a toss-up.
It doesn't promote gambling.
No. Well, it kind of does.
Gambling with your life.
Okay, we need to start ranking these. Let's put Inscription in as number 11, Alex, and then we'll work out which one of these 11 we bin off at the end. Right. I think we've got our top... Fucking hell. Top one.
Right, Elden Ring's probably number 1, isn't it?
Elden Ring. Yeah. All happy with that.
Yes.
Easy. 2.
I mean,
Because
I'm
like
happy with that.
Dragon.
Are we saying Ori and the Will of the Wisps?
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yep. Okay. Well, that's easy. Now, 3. Of those, are there any that all 3 of us like?
Balatro and Vampire Survivors.
It seems too high up for either.
It does. I would put probably Hades there.
No, absolutely not.
Hades isn't going to be in this list, but
Hades. I think Hades
Hades gets above nothing on that list.
Hades needs to be top 5. I would say.
for 3, Last of Us Part 2.
No.
Citizen Sleeper.
Is that still on the list? Oh my god. What about Returnal?
I would think Returnal feels like the game that doesn't fit on this list, personally. But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Really? Why?
I don't know. It just feels like the one that sticks out.
Such a good game, though.
It is a good game. It's a great game. It's a cool game. Wee bit.
It is a cool game.
It is a cool game. What's cooler?
There's such cool stuff with the dual sense.
Yeah. It feels
Like,
cool.
yeah,
It sounds cool. It looks cool. Yeah, it's got to be on the list. We can't get rid of that. I still think Vampire Survivors or Citizen Sleeper could go.
What would you, if you were to choose, Alex?
Oh, come on, that's like asking me to choose between my children. And even if I only have one, but it's not like
He already chose. No, but what would you do if you had to choose between Vampire Survivors and Citizen Sleeper? Which is cooler?
No.
But just if you had to.
If you had to. Gun to
But I
your
don't
head.
have to. Because
But you might.
we worked out a minute ago that we had 2 games each further up the list. So it's between the two of you to work out those other 4 games. And some of you gave even more than that because we've turned down to 11. So I'm not losing any of my 2 games.
Do you know what?
Vampire
I
Survivors
really,
is
really love Vampire Survivors. I'm happy to let it go.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah. Vampire Survivors. That's such a me game. Let's get rid of it. All right.
Like,
This is tricky.
yeah. I think the game that you're really adamant on Hades,
Yes.
and I think to be the bigger man, I think we need to include it.
Wow, what a guy. And
What a guy.
that is the only one I'm adamant on, by the way. Just
Well, I
and I'm
think
just
we're
saying
losing
that.
Scripture then. 'Cause there's 2 games on there that I specifically don't like, and I'm not wanting both of them on the list. So if you're
Yeah.
saying that Hades needs to be included, then I think
Inscription can go.
Okay. Go.
I'm happy with that.
Fine. As long as Alex gets the 3 games he's adamant about. That's the main thing.
Still less than a third of the list.
Right, so we've got
I'll put Forza Horizon 5 back in this list if you jump. Calm down, pal.
so we've got Elden Ring and Ori.
And then the rest are joint third.
Bronze. I would put. I would say Last of Us Part 2, Returnal, or Hades in that third spot. Discuss.
I think because I like Dragon, personally.
I think Last of Us Part 2. I think Hades comes at the bottom of this list.
Same.
You're lucky it's on
You're
the
lucky
top,
it's on it, exactly.
It's not luck. Just dealing with a pair of fucking idiots. I'm happy with Last of Us Part 2 at 3.
Yeah.
Trust.
And then like a dragon. Oh, you should play it, honestly.
I don't think I would like it. Quite frankly. but I know you do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good enough for me.
Don't you start this now.
That's all that matters. Is trusting the process and trusting one another.
Yeah, so
Okay.
trust me and Alex.
Hades is shite. I'd put Returnal at 4.
No, I think that's too high.
Should we put? Well, I think like Vampire Survivors Balatro should be towards the bottom of the list.
Yep.
So would we put Like a Dragon at 4?
I think. Yeah, sure. So Lewis gets.
Look how defeated. Like, listen how defeated you sounded.
No. So, right, Lewis, you get 3. Alex, you get 4. I want 5 for Hades.
No.
I think that needs to, as I said, I think it needs to
You
come
can have it
above.
for Returnal if you want, but you're not getting it for Hades.
I think it needs to come above Vampire Survivors, Citizen Sleeper, and Balatro.
Let's think about it. Let's think about it objectively. Is it objectively a good game? Is it objectively better than Tears of the Kingdom, Returnal, Citizen Sleeper, Vampire Survivors, Balatro?
No.
I think it's objectively better than Citizen Sleeper, Vampire Survivors, and Balatro.
Where do you want to put it?
And Like a Dragon. 5.
Tears of the Kingdom at 5, Hades at 6.
Fine. You're such a sneaky bastard. I'll take it. Returnal at 7.
I'm just looking.
Yeah. So Returnal. Yeah. So we've got Elden Ring at 1. Ori at 2. Last of Us Part 2 at 3. Yakuza Like a Dragon at 4. Tears of the Kingdom at 5. Hades at 6. Returnal at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Balatro at 8. Vampire Survivors at 9. Citizen Sleeper at 10.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
Think so. I mean, I would argue Citizen Sleeper was higher, but I'll choose my battles.
Would you want to put Citizen Sleeper at 8? And then bump Vampire Survivors to 10 and Balatro to 9?
And then swap Vampire Survivors and Inscription. And then everyone's happy.
No.
Yeah. I'd still put Inscription above any of that 8, 9, and 10.
But we wouldn't, so.
Lewis?
I think I would. I think I'd
Right.
put it above. But, you know.
No.
It's our list.
Yeah, but that was 11. So we need
No,
to consider.
we're not rolling back.
I think we need to
it's
consider.
done. No, it's done. We were ranking the 10. We weren't there.
I think that's
Taking them
fair
out,
enough.
putting it back in.
You happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Yes.
So Vampire Survivors, Balatro, and Citizen Sleeper are all better than Inscription.
Yeah.
It's official, is it?
Yeah.
Lewis?
There's give and take, you know. Like that's what I said earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Come on then, Alex. Break us down. 10 to 1.
At 10, we have Vampire Survivors. And 9, Balatro. 8, Citizen Sleeper. 7, Returnal. 6, Hades. 5, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. 4, Yakuza Like a Dragon. 3, The Last of Us Part 2. 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And at 1, the best game of the decade so far, Elden Ring.
Fucking great work.
That's a good list.
That is a good list. Go and play
Looking
them all.
at it though, looking at it, the one that sticks out is maybe unexpected compared to the rest. Is Ori?
Yeah, I did think that as well, but
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely stays where it is.
No, yeah,
I think it's
completely.
unexpected.
But to look at it in amongst the rest of the games there, maybe excluding the 8, 9 and 10, but like 7 upwards, and excluding 6, it's really strange to see Ori there,
so high. But yeah, I think it's deserves to be there. I think Citizen Sleeper looks odd on that list, and I would swap. I'd still put Inscription in for it, but it's still a great game. I mean nothing against Citizen Sleeper.
I think that list would also look strange with Inscription on it.
I think it would look. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean, though? Just
yeah.
I mean, like I wanted it to be there, but I think it would still look a bit weird.
Yeah. But it's a cool list. Cool list.
It's a cool list.
Good.
It's probably about 100 games that we've missed. But.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know, guys. Is this a good list? What do you
We know
think?
you probably say no.
Yeah.
Fucking shite. Okay. Well.
Did you rank? You see, you ranked them. I ranked my list.
Oh, go on. Tell us what your personal.
Do you want to know what I had?
I didn't do that, but yeah, go ahead.
This is what I put. So I was at 10, the 10th one here.
Yeah.
I was unsure about it. I just put Metroid Dread at number 10. Which sounds mental. Vampire Survivors at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Inscription at 8. Returnal at 7.
Yeah, same.
6. Balatro. 5. Animal Crossing New Horizons. 4. Ori. 3. Last of Us Part 2. 2. Tears of the Kingdom. 1. Elden Ring.
It's a good list as well. Good list as well. I look forward to fighting for Inscription in 5 years' time.
You've forgotten about it by then.
Yeah. Good list. Good, and we're all still friends.
Barely.
Take us for a pizza, Lewis. So should we decompress after that stressful experience? The last 2 weeks of stress. Let's just chill and unwind with a little game of Guess the Outro.
Time bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some sort of bomb just went off. Yeah.
Right. So, can you guys remember how to play this?
Yes. We've got the hang of it now.
Yeah. You're on a roll now. I think you've got the last 2 correct, haven't you?
Going for another record.
Yeah. Let's do it. Okay. So, your clue number 10 is actually a quote from Gaming Age. Ready? Mm-hmm. Blank is short. It has little to no replay value. It feels like it squanders a great deal of its potential, and yet blank is still one of the best games I've played this year.
Braid.
No, not Braid. Number 9. It's an indie.
Chicory. Oh, we've had that before.
Nope, not Chicory.
Wasn't short enough.
Number 8. It has animals in it. Lots of animals.
What was the first clue again?
It was a quote from Gaming Age. Blank is short. It has little to no replay value. It feels like it squanders a great deal of its potential. And yet, blank is still one of the best games I've played this year.
It's Animal Well.
I thought that, but I was also thinking never.
Do we use that one first, and then we'll see what the next clue is?
Because I don't think Animal Well's that short, is it? I think it does
I guess not.
replay value. So never?
No. Never. Number 7. Originally released for iOS, macOS, PlayStation 4, and Microsoft Windows.
My God.
A game with lots of animals that was released for a phone.
That's a That's a tricky clue, that.
Tricky.
Tricky.
And it's got lots of animals. Something with a
It's not going to
farm.
be like Angry Birds.
Stardew Valley.
No, not Stardew Valley. Number 6, released in 2018.
Um,
Time bomb is ticking.
it originally released on iOS and all those platforms.
I feel like it could be that kind of Stardew-esque type thing, though. Some sort of cozy simmy type thing.
You saying cozy there? What was that one that you're like camping?
Short hike.
No.
But that does have lots of animals. No, is it just the one bird? Is it lots of animals in a short hike?
It's just there's loads of animals in it. Short Hike's a good guess, but I'm sure that released on like Switch first.
But Untitled Goose Game. No.
It's just got one animal in it. The one I'm thinking of, it's like Cozy Campfire or something like that. It's
No, it's
Smart
not Cozy Campfire.
is that a game?
No, no idea.
Smart has mentioned it before and he went, it's a Christine game. I've played it as well. I'm sure I played it on the Backbone on iOS. I can't remember what it's called though.
Okay.
Like Night in the Woods or something like that. No.
It was like isometric point of view. You go and you like almost pick. I think you like pick up spirits, and the more spirits you get, the more of the map or area that you can sort of explore. It's like rinse and repeat. I can't remember.
No. Let's just we'll just go for the next clue, Ben.
Yeah, no guess.
No, I can't think of anything.
Do you want
Okay.
to guess Goose Game?
Well, or what about the other one? What was the other one I said?
Cozy
What did I say before?
Campfire.
No, what did I say before Untitled Goose Game? A short hike?
Is that your guess?
No, because that only came to PlayStation quite recently. But yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not that. Okay. Number 5 is another quote from Gaming Trend this time. While brief, its laugh-out-loud sense of humour and laid-back tactile gameplay combine precisely to create a game like no other.
Oh, is it like that stupid? I think we mentioned it a few weeks ago, maybe even months ago now. That Adult Swim snooker game. Is there animals in it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Can't remember what it's called. What was that clue?
Gaming Trend says, while brief, its laugh-out-loud sense of humour and laid-back tactile gameplay combine precisely to create a game like no other.
Flappy Bird.
It's not Flappy Bird, but hey,
Crossy Road.
not a terrible guess. Number 4, one for Alex. Easy Platinum. Easy Platinum.
So does that mean it
My,
finally
like-
came to PlayStation?
Like My Name is Mayo or something. But that's not got animals in it, is it?
Oh, Mayo has, hasn't it?
We'll say My Name is Mayo.
It's not My Name is Mayo. Number 3, colourful and cartoonish art style.
This is difficult.
It is.
The ante
One-
has been upped.
Well, one of these clues cannot be submitted by a listener. Doesn't help.
No, this is me. This is all me.
What was that one?
Colourful and cartoonish
Colourful.
art style. Number 3.
And it's funny.
And it's easy
Or
platinum.
humour. That's an easy platinum.
Laugh out loud sense of humour. Lots of animals. It's an indie released in 2019.
It feels like it should be easy to guess. These are good. These are actually quite good clues.
Wow. Wow.
What he's absolutely like gobshite in his.
They only get more generous from here, the clues.
Right, well, let's go to the next one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. Published by Annapurna Interactive.
What's that? Nah, it's not that, is it? What was their like rhythm game? When you were on like motorbikes flying through the air.
Is that No Straight Roads? No, that wasn't it. Was it? It's certainly not What Remains of Edith Finch, because there's nothing laugh out loud funny about that.
It's Sayonara Wild Hearts. Is there animals in that?
No. Is there? No, I don't think so.
I don't
It's
know.
not laugh
It's
out
got a
loud
great
funny
soundtrack.
either. It does. But it's not laugh out loud funny.
No, it's not. It's not very colourful either. from
Oh,
memory.
what about oh no, is that Devolver? No, because they're animals. I was thinking Piku Niku. No, Piku.
Yeah.
That's Devolver though. Is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they were animals. They're like
No, that's I don't think. I think it's Devolver rather than Annapurna.
yeah, I think yeah. You're right.
We just go for the last clue. And
Yeah.
Yeah, no guesses. Okay, I think you'll get it from this one. So this is another quote from Game Revolution. The quote is, "For a game about garbage, its wholesomeness and wholesomeness make it the very opposite of trash."
Great game. The game is. Do you know what it is, Alex?
no.
Donut County.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. The game is Donut County.
Good game.
I mean, that last
Is that
clue was...
Annapurna?
Apparently so. Yep. Unless I've Googled it wrong, which is entirely possible.
I didn't appreciate that was as old either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing it in Game Pass. And do I have the platinum for that? Don't I? Do I?
Probably,
Certainly get
yeah.
1000G for it. I don't know if
Yeah.
I got platinum for it.
I think it's the only game where I've got 1000G and the platinum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of the only games. Oh, maybe not actually. But I've certainly played it through twice, which doesn't happen very often. But it's lovely and
Such a
short.
trophy whore.
That's me. It's just a very... that's a cool game. But was from the last decade, obviously, so it doesn't count. Not as cool as Inscription. Also, your point about Sayonara Wild Hearts, there are animals in that as well. There's one level that's got like a big giant wolf, and that's got like the coolest song in it. So
It's
make a
not
note
full
of that.
Animals though.
No, that's true. But make a note
Not
of that
laugh
for
out
future
loud
episodes.
funny.
Definitely not. Definitely. But yeah, that's this whole soundtrack is almost like I don't know. It's like a lo-fi beats to study to kind of vibe to it. With a sort of, it feels like LA. I always think Donut County reminds me of LA just because of the big donut, but also like the soundtrack feels like distinctly West Coast, almost like mix of like hip hop and almost like a surferish acoustic guitar on a lot of tracks. It's just, and there's, not to get too music production nerdy, but there's like this Flying Lotus side chaining effect that makes everything sound quite warped as well. It's just, yeah, it's cool. I could talk about it all day. Really interesting percussion and bits and bobs. It's just a lovely, lovely soundtrack from Daniel Kostner. Kostner. I don't know. Kostner. Let's say Kostner. And the track I have chosen is, just one of many, many excellent tracks on that soundtrack. And it's called BK Squad. BK is the name of the little trash panda.
Yep.
That is kind of the... I don't know, he's not the antagonist, is he? And he's not the protagonist either. He's just a little douchebag raccoon friend, basically. But yeah, it's good. Good track. And that is from Donut County.